How did the Warriors get away with this? That's the title of this video. And at the time of recording this video, the Warriors are 12-2 with Jimmy Butler. Feel what I'm saying? Watch out. Watch out. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out. Dark horse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their eyes on Cavs, but watch out.
52. What does that number mean to you guys? Probably
posted in the
nothing,
corner,
right? Well, that number should mean something to any Warriors fans and Warriors executives, because
he really the X Factor. He's the X Factor, like I was saying.
Number at which the Golden State Warriors stole Quinten Post in this year's draft. And it wasn't even a pick the Warriors initially had. All it took was some cash and a willing partner, and the Dubs walked out of this year's draft with a 7-foot sniper. Yeah, if you aren't familiar with Quinten Post by now, he might be 7 foot, but he is quite possibly the best shooter on this team, not named Steph Curry.
Bro. He's a stretch big, bruh. Anytime you play 2K, you go in the twos court, you playing with a stretch big and point guard lineup, bro, it's over. Whole time you in the paint, thinking that the center one-dimensional, no, he can shoot. Messes the whole game up, bro. He's the X Factor, bro.
Or Buddy Hield. And if I'm being honest, I'm giving Buddy that respect because of his career. If we were basing things off this year, it's Steph Curry and Quinten Post. And I'm not exaggerating, because with the 52nd overall pick, the Warriors really got themselves an absolute gem in Quinten Post. And the numbers are showing that as well. Because over the last 18 games, since he started getting consistent minutes, he has averaged 9.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and just under 2 assists per game, shooting 45% from 3. 45%. And he's doing all of this in just 18 minutes a game. In fact, Post is one of 2 rookies who wasn't drafted in the first round to be top 12 in points per game. The other rookie is Jalen Wells, who has been...
Yo, it's crazy how the Warriors be developing these rookies, because they really be turning out to be good. Look at Brandon. Look at Jonathan. Look at Trace. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Moses. Like, 2022, we had rookies on the team.
Being praised as the steal of the draft and an absolute gem of a pick, which he is, but Quinten Post deserves some credit as well. And what makes him a legitimate shooter is just the little details. In today's
Look at that.
Well, and what makes him a legitimate shooter?
Posted in a corner, literally posted in a corner, bro.
It's just the
everybody crashing. He posted in the corner. Nobody really respecting his game like that.
Little details.
Look at
in today's NBA,
you too late. What are you jumping for a 7? You can't reach me. The ball is already in the air.
There are a lot of bigs who in theory can shoot, or they can shoot a little bit. They might be able to set a pick, pop out to the 3-point line, set their feet, take a second, and hit the shot. And that is still a major part of Quinten Post's game, particularly when he's operating alongside Steph Curry, given the defensive attention he gets. But what makes Post different is the fact he can spot up in the corner, he can knock down threes in transition, he can hit no-dip threes. You heard that. Quinten Post has hit a no-dip 3 this year. And for anyone who's not a complete basketball nerd, that is incredibly impressive and incredibly rare for a player to be able to catch the ball without having to bring the ball down and just firing in one motion. Or how about a play like this, where 2 defenders go to Steph off the dribble?
It's the Curry effect. It's the Curry effect. Wide open every time, bro. Wide open every time.
Drives and kicks it to Post, who catches and fires for 3. But there's one key detail from that play. Not only did he knock down the corner 3, but it's that ability to catch the ball below his knees as well before hitting the 3. I know these seem like very minor details, but there's a reason a guy like Quinten Post is knocking down 3s at such a crazy rate, and not many other bigs are doing the same. He doesn't just have the shooting form and the role, but he has the shooting intangibles as well. Or how about another play involving Draymond? This time Draymond is bringing the ball up the floor. PJ helps off Post in transition to stop the Dre drive. Dre gives it up to Post, and effortlessly he steps into the three in motion and knocks it down. Now, before I continue with this video, I do have something to tell you guys. I was lucky enough to get a chance to make a video in collaboration with the Golden State Warriors. Well, actually two, but the most recent one was about the engine of this team, the defensive monster himself, Mr. Draymond Green. And if you guys have enjoyed any of my content over the years, I would really appreciate if you check out that video on their channel. The link will be in the description, and dropping a like, a comment, any of those things, just hopefully enjoying the video, I would be forever grateful. Well, I already am, but yeah, anyway, shout out to the Warriors as well, because it was an amazing opportunity. But getting back to talking about Quinten Post, whilst he's been great in a number of games this season, having a big impact on this team's turnarounds alongside the obvious impact of Jimmy Butler, if there is one game where his impact has stood out above all, it was the game against Orlando. Yes, the game in which Steph Curry scored 56 points. Even with Steph Curry having an all-time great performance, the Warriors don't win that game without Quinten Post, because after starting the game with Kevon Looney at center, the Dubs elected to have Post start the second half. And with the Magic holding a 14-point lead, it was the Steph Curry and Quinten Post show. I know you're probably thinking that's an exaggeration. Not exactly, with Post playing more minutes than any other Dub in the second half, going off for 16 points and 5 rebounds on just 8 shots and having a plus-minus of 26. He initially
I gotta put him in a parlay next time.
Starts by hitting the wing 3 off the pass from
you know his 3 be like minus 1.5
pods. With Wendell Carter Jr. stuck in the paint, he's less open, and that's never a good idea. The next play is also involving pods. This time Cole Anthony gets stuck guarding him on a switch, and Quinten does a good job at sealing him before the quick turn and finish at the rim. And at this point, he was starting to feel himself after getting an easy bucket here off the Jimmy Butler pass, so in transition,
it's underdog.
With Pods bringing the ball up the floor, again the Magic are slow to pick him up, and again he punishes them. And this is what I mean by his shooting being different. Teams aren't used to picking 7-footers up in transition. They're used to seeing a guy his size spot up or set screens and pop out to the three-point line, but they're not accustomed to a guy like Post walking into threes from the wing in transition like he's Klay Thompson. And at that point, that 14-point lead that the Magic had to start the quarter.
Like Klay Thompson, how you doing over there in Dallas? You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
Had been cut to 6, largely due to Quinten Post, before he then went on to hit another jumper and then follow up for a dunk in the fourth quarter, playing a pivotal role not just on offense, using his size defensively to help the Warriors turn the game around, alongside, well, Steph Curry having a historic game. And it's probably worth mentioning that his defense has come along in leaps and bounds. Sure, he isn't Draymond Green, but he has a lot of size, and he's doing a better job at using that size to clog up driving lanes, to get his hand in passing lanes, to be a presence on the glass. He's doing enough to hold up on that end whilst giving the Warriors serious production on offense. Just take this play for example, where he's keeping attached to Mark Williams to try and prevent the lob, but once Bow commits to the layup, he helps off at the right time and blocks the shot. Or in this play where you see him engage with Bedard.
We need those winning plays, Post.
Firstly, to avoid giving up an offensive rebound, Isaac sneaks in to grab the board, but Post doesn't bite on the initial fake, and then as he goes up, he times the block. Or about here, where it has nothing to do with his size, but just his game awareness. Right here, Paolo gets the switch onto Buddy Hield. The Magic try to draw Post out by running Black off the Carter screen, but Post knows Black can't shoot, so he stays stays attached to Paolo and forces the turnover.
You
it's just
can't
those
shoot.
little details, like knowing when to overhelp or where to position yourself
That's
on
crazy,
defense,
bro.
that can make you a serviceable defender, even if you aren't the most athletic player in the world. It's what we've seen from a guy like Kevon Looney for years, and whilst Post might not be as agile as Looney, he also has a good 4 inches on him, and that has its own benefit.
What you mean by that?
As well. Anyways, on that note, I will once again mention the video on the Warriors channel, which you can check out in honor of Draymond Green turning 35. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more. Have a great day.
Good video, good video. Post, you the X Factor.